I've had a side project for the past 6 months, but today I'm choosing to kill it. In this video, I'm going to show you what have been the steps in building, where I'm at, and why I'm choosing to stop. It started when I joined this community, which is called NestLab, and basically it's based on a book from Anne-Laure Le Canff. And the book is about creating experiments to try new things and learn from it. And it's kind of going away from having big goals that are not achievable to trying small things and build upon them later on. And so I joined this community. I shared like this first kind of draft of a product that could be part of the community. Let me show you. So at the time it was more like a onboarding where you ask some question, and there was this fun effect. I built it with a Cloud artifact, but yeah, basically it was kind of moving and confusing. I got feedback to remove it, which I did later on. And so you would go through the step, creating meetings, and then you could like suggest ideas, create one small thing daily, and then you would pick like a frequency and then some number of weeks, and I think, yeah, I need to select it. And so it would create this, which was kind of nice, and then you need to say where you share the results. And so I don't know, maybe you do this and you would copy the experiment and you can do something with it. So this was just my first prototype on Cloud, no backend or anything, and I was like, oh, I need to validate it before I do anything else. And so what I did is share it on the community. And so yeah, I shared it on the community. I've had some cool comments from people that were kind of interested in it. And yeah, I answered, and some tried it. I even got like, not here, but right after when I shared like another version, the founder of the community, she was open, she liked it, and she was like, yeah, if you can just put a link to the book, that would be great. And I was like, okay, let's do it. And then I kind of kept working on it, like, because at that time I wanted to learn to work with Cursor, and so it was also like a way for me to learn at the same time. And this, let me show like what the product looks like right now. So basically I made this landing page, which is not really conventional, but the idea was to show like what happens when you try to change everything at once, and then versus one experiment at a time. And then you would be able to create your first experiment, and basically it logs you in. But so I did like Google login, and I have my account here. And I've really simplified it, but there were like a lot of things. But yeah, there were steps that I'm not going to show here, but I've had like a friend who was kind of enjoying the app and trying it, and we worked a bit together on how you could simplify the flow and really make it easy to create an experiment. So if we were to look at it, basically, I mean, and this is like things that I like to do, like using a whiteboard to try to simplify. In that case, we did some wireframing. But basically, when you try to create an experiment, you click here. And then here, it's picking from some of my stuff. But let's say I want to share my learnings. You could do, what we are trying to force is 1 month duration, 2 times a week, and 1 action by session. And what it does is that you would set up a schedule, and I'm not sure. Oh, okay. Okay. Set up a schedule and then you pick like the day to start. So for me it will be like next week, and then you schedule some sessions. Start time, and this is because we're forcing the 2 times a week. And then based on what we've picked, so it was share learning, it would be draft a summary. So this is just like creating me a first action for me. So let's say I pick draft a summary. I'm going to share my learnings once a month, and the first action is to draft a summary next week. And I'm saying I'm going to commit. So you get some confetti, and basically what it does is that it says that next week I have this action where I need to draft a summary, and once the date is passed, I'm going to say whether or not it worked. And so I was like considering adding the reminders and everything, but no one really was using it. And so when I did my end of year review, I thought that maybe it would make sense to add it to the app as materials. So basically you can start a new review, and in each of the category you would say what went well, what didn't go so well, and what to focus on next. Then you save it, you can compare like 2 reviews, and you can also like what you put in the next column, basically it goes there. And then from things that are here, you can start an experiment, which starts the same flow as before. And you can also say, I'm not going to work on all of this, I'm just going to focus. And then I shared it in the community. So yeah, I've shared it in the community. I got a bunch of likes and people who actually tried it. But the thing is, like, if I'm being honest and I look at what's in my database and how many people are trying it, there's not much. I'm just going to give you a glimpse. So yeah, if we look at this, I have like 29 users, but some are friends, some are just accounts from me, and there are like a few accounts that were created in December, but to be honest, I didn't see any real traction. And if there's not going to be traction from people that are in this community that are interested in self-help and learning, I think it's safe to admit that like there's no product, there's no fit. So yeah, I should probably just stop it. So yeah, the reason why I'm kind of forcing myself to stop is that I've seen that doing multiple things at a time, it's just hard, and you split your attention and you can't really focus on what matters. And so the idea is to stop this project, start a new project, give it like a 1 month deadline and document the process, create a landing page and see like if we hit the sign up. And so this is what I'm going to share next week. I'm excited about it, and I hope you'll enjoy it. Have a great week, and Happy New Year!